Time now for your keys to the kingdom on your home for the Kansas City Chiefs. 104.7 The Cave.
The NFL Draft is this Thursday, and typically Brett Veach likes to have a pretty full roster going into the draft so he can then work on his depth. This year, it's a little bit different. The Chiefs did make some moves in the free agency. Brett Veach talks about getting that ready before the NFL Draft.
Free agency process, I think the goal and the objective is always the same, yet how you go about it is always different. And the goal and the objective is always to position yourself and your team so that when you get to the draft, you can unlock the full potential of your board and not have to be stressed out and take the best player available. And now how you go about that is different every year, right? I mean, depending on your cash and cap and what players are available and how many players you're losing and what have you. So it's a unique challenge every year. And I think, though, over the years, one thing that we've shown is we're going to put a high priority on offensive line, defensive line. And you start off with Jalen Moore. I don't think it's a secret. We want to get some stability there at the left tackle position. He's a guy that I think the only downside was just the lack of starts during his career. Now, when you consider the fact that he played behind a first ballot Hall of Fame player in Trent Williams, you can see why. But he's athletic. He's a smart kid. And, we did a lot of work on him during the pre-draft process years ago. Always had taken a liking to the kid. Thought he had a game that translates, and credit to him that when he had a chance to go out there and log 6-7 starts last year, he did a really good job. Now the next step is maintaining that level of play throughout the course and the duration of a season. But again, we're super excited to add him and hopefully provide some stability to that left side of the line. Instead, over the last few months, I think that we've done a really good job. Obviously, our interior has been strong the last few years. We did lose Joe, and that late season move with Kingsley late in season, his start in Denver was promising. So we think we have some flexibility there with those guys. But again, I think the ongoing effort and pursuit to just get more consistent play on that left side was important to us, and I don't think that process will stop. We'll continue in the draft to address the offensive line. And then on the defensive side, losing LJ last year, and Jalen Watson was having a really good year. He got hurt. Nazi got hurt last year. We had some guys get banged up. The way Steve does things on that back end requires a lot of depth there. You can never have enough good corners. Christian was a guy that we liked coming out as well. In fact, I think it was a COVID year. He was right there, and I think he went a few picks before we ended up, I think, selecting Willie Gay. But a guy we did a lot of work on and liked him. And then Elijah Mitchell, maybe we're going to the well again. We had a good experience a few years back when we had done a lot of work on Jerick McKinnon, and he was a guy that had a great career in Minnesota, went to the Niners and just couldn't get healthy, couldn't get right, was always banged up. And we're like, this kid's still young, and although he's battled a lot of injuries, we've always liked the tape, we've always liked the person, great kid. Similar skill set in a sense. He's explosive, he has great hands. I'm sure you even heard Kyle Shanahan talk about when he's healthy, how good he is. And I think it's no secret with him that he's got to stay healthy. And so again, I think probably the success we had with McKinnon gave us some confidence to try it again. And he'll have to get through training camp and get through a season healthy. But our trainers like what they saw in regards to his rehab from his injury last season. And so hopefully we can get him on the field, keep him on the field, because I think when he's healthy, he provides an explosive dynamic in both the run and pass game.
Those are your keys to the kingdom, brought to you by Dr. Mark Melson, the doc that rocks, now at Springview Dental Care, and your home for the Kansas City Chiefs, 104.7 The Cave.